Hello and welcome. Got a game taking place on Turtle Rock. Got AWB spawning as a human versus spread over spawning as undead. Taking place on Turtle Rock. Can you handle this? Alright, if I remember right, this was a decent game, and as a decent game that was 1 versus 1, I would tend to save it. Don't exactly remember what goes on, but human versus undead is usually a good matchup. So we have spread over. Spawning is the bottom right undead player. It looks like his build is going to be more of that of a quick death knight, and just to keep tabs and a little bit of successful harass on the human. Human's already experiencing lag. He is fast building his archmage, which is extremely good, especially if you know that there's going to be a crazy, weird looking death knight just kind of stalking you. And that looks like it's going to be the case. Very slow build into barracks. Should be built any second now. There we go. Got a barracks, so he's not all too far behind. Of course, militia's all you need if you want this green camp over here of turtles, and this one over here of a couple ogres and a couple trappers. However, this archmage, why is there 3 on a farm? I understand 2 on a barracks, but why 3 on a farm? Were you that in need? You weren't even... oh, kind of. 2 would have sufficed. Now that the barracks is up, should be popping out a unit. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he bought something else instead. Guess he's not a footman fan. Alright, so he's going to go over here, and it looks like he's actually going to skip the 2 creep camps I talked about and probably going to go straight into this item shop. Which, of course, you get the Watcher Ward and a good item from the Magi, and perhaps a tome out of, I think, an Ogre Warrior or a Trapper. Not sure which one. But there should be a tome in there as well. Barely survives a militia. And yeah, it was out of a Forest Trapper that you got a Tome of Knowledge. A great, great tome. Now that the Death Knight is keeping tabs on the human player, human's now level 2, nothing to write home about, nothing too awesome about that, but you know, the Death Knight is now familiar with where the human player is. Might take down this unit. Nope. Okay, the skeletal minions are now out. Archmage needs to back off. A coil might go onto that Archmage just to do a little bit more damage. If your hero's about half health, I'd say. Well, there's a lot of low hit point units that should not be walking out right now. I should definitely say that. Nothing, those should kill his own unit there to prevent experience. Perhaps should kill this one too if the skeletons, you know, track it down. Okay, finally getting that tower up. If you know you're going up against undead, you need that tower. Also, skeletal minions will be a pain and a pest, and it's not worth it. You don't want that Death Knight to be bothering you too much. Mountain King would be better in the situation, but I do believe that spread over the blue undead actually went random. And as going random, you didn't know that he was going to be undead, so he went Archmage. Archmage, you can, if you know what you're doing, you should be able to handle that Death Knight. That Fireball does a lot of damage, level 1. Like I said, that coil did hit that Archmage. He didn't really have a choice in the matter. If he just chucks another coil, and yep, he does chuck another one, he can get 1 attack or off and a coil. That's all he needs is a coil right now. Ah, the armor probably saved him. Boom, and the Archmage goes down. Death Knight gets the experience. Almost level 2 on the Death Knight. Just needs to get 1 unit. Perhaps creep out this camp. Let the ghouls tank a little bit. Definitely going to get level 2. He's going to get his aura. He's going to get an item. It's just an agility item. But it sets this human back a lot. Having to revive a level 2 Archmage, that's hell. Because that takes about twice as long as a level 1 hero. So that really sucks. gonna creep out this. Why not? The Archmage is dead. Why don't you just take his creeps? It only makes sense, right? So that's what we're doing here. We have an item. It's gonna be, I couldn't click on it for some reason. It's gonna be claws, perhaps transferred into a lich or a naga or something of that nature, or whatever undeads like to do against human. Me personally, lich is totally cool because that really prevents footmen from being any type of threat. You know, your defend is like wasted. Alright, and not to mention ghouls are a great thing. That I see that more and more over time and time again. Undeads playing ghouls more than fiends because fiends fall very quickly and easily. Not to mention if you get that upgrade of defend on your militia and your footmen, can't really take it down without that Frost Nova. This is perhaps too strong of a creep camp to go after, but you know what? Who am I to say? To judge this poor man who just wants to creep out gargantuan sea turtles with some ghouls. I'm not saying it's not doable, but you know, you're right in front of your enemy's base, and he could be coming out with militia and stuff just to creep it right now, and you don't want to be creep jacked. Sending a ghoul home, saying sayonara, sucker. Right, the school needs to be careful, and he just manages to break away in time. Tool of Strength and a Scroll of the Beast. Might be sold, that scroll. Archmage should be getting level 3 and should be picking up an expansion as well. With the undead not spotting this, I think he is now also in the driver's seat, but the undead is going to just throw them himself into harm's way in order to take down some units. Has to definitely back off now. 2 guard towers are up. I think the militia call was unnecessary, unless he's really going to come over here with the militia, but he should be sending them back any second now. Death Knight is level 3.5. Like I said, he should be getting out units. He's trading up a shade, keep tabs on his enemy, and he definitely has enough resources to pull out that lich, but he definitely needs some more lumber. I'm starting to get a little confused. Alright, this should be a slaughterhouse. I'm not sure what this Death Knight's doing. He's just gonna wander around. Looks like he's gonna spot that expansion. Still no tier 2 units for Teal. I'm trying to figure out what his end game is. This guard tower just finished. He's gonna get a couple peasant kills, but it's okay. Yeah, he's only gonna get one more peasant kill. Unless he can get 2 of them if he saves his coil. So he needs 1 hit on a peasant. Oh, he's gonna back off. Yeah, if he got risky there, he definitely would have lost his Death Knight. But then again, what do the kids say? YOLO. Should be more reason for longevity. This Archmage just wandering around. Perhaps take down this creep camp, but with 3 footmen, I don't think this is very easy with 3 footmen. Might even lose his footmen. He might be doing it to lose footmen. I don't know. It's a tough creep camp, but it's doable. Once you get down that Ogre Magi, you're going to get that Watcher Ward in that item. Ring Protection +3 in the Watcher Ward. Should be clicking that Watcher Ward. I'm not sure why he isn't. I mean, wouldn't you want to be keeping tabs on shades or just units coming around? Come on. There you go. Alright, that Lich is out now. And he has that orb. If you're new to my channel, that's cool, but I like to call it the Orb of Good Game because it is extremely powerful. That's definitely the most powerful orb in the game. Archmage should back off here. I don't think he can handle all the ghouls and the double heroes. I don't think this is his fight. The Death Knight needs to back off though. Death Knight's getting a little weird. Nice focus on the Death Knight, but I don't know what he's doing with his Death Knight. He's being a little cocky here. He's not going to get much done. He should have went for that surround on the Archmage that whole time. You know, if his... Now he's going in here just to go after that oh, that Archmage almost went down. That Death Knight is still in harm's way. But definitely manages to survive. Level 4. So now with level 2 Unholy Aura, which is now... it's still level 1. So we might go for Death Pact. Be on the safer side. A lot of better, I'd say. Nope, he went for level 2 Unholy Aura. So he has level 2 Coil and level 2 Aura. I like the level 2 Aura more, but, you know, Death Pact, it can come in handy. And, you know, screw a ghoul, you know. Get that extra, however much life it is. He knows this expansion is running. He should be going toward it right now. And as you can see, that Unholy Aura, what it's doing to his hit points, it's just skyrocketing. You know, there's no blight. I mean, well... Hawk out of position. Now, when you're seeing Hawks and you don't have Fiends, you know, you should probably think about getting some. So he picks up a Dark Ranger. Should be using Silence to stop him from focusing his Archmage. Hawk catching a Frostworm. Now it looks like a human's in the driver's seat. Just needs to keep backing off his Archmage. You can't get stuck here. You need to move your Dark Ranger there, guy. With these Hawks might have been the answer, but you know, but for how long? Dark Ranger can only be nuked with the Frost Nova, and it doesn't look like there's a Nova to be played. Oh, now there's a Nova. So he's going straight after that Dark Ranger. And gets him. Now he's focusing the Archmage, because if he gets the Archmage down, most human players would be like, ah, good game, what the fuck. Nuking imbalance. A lot of Hawks now. I think Hawks are the answer. Focusing the Death Knight a little bit, I don't think that's the answer. Should be going after these, Destroyers. So he's going after the Destroyer. Is there going to be a coil? There is a coil, but he does not have another coil. Keep focusing down on the Destroyers, and he's doing a great job focusing down those Destroyers. I'll be surprised if he doesn't pick up any Crypt Fiends. So we finally go in the Crypt Fiend route, which would have been smarter about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Transitioning the Destroyers and Fiends. But with those late Fiends, he wasn't able to do what he was supposed to be doing, which is beating that human off in not a gay way. That was a terrible Staff of Teleportation from the Archmage. Still going after those Destroyers. Those are high priority targets. Should be going after the other Destroyer. You could take him down. The Destroyer has a lot of mana on him, so he's doing a lot of damage. Focusing down the Fiend. Nice coil saving it.
Player's forces are under attack.
Focusing down another Fiend. Should go down. Dragonhawks keep going down, but you know, this is one of them situations. What's better? Going after the statue, probably going to take him down as Destroyer form. That's even more experience for the Archmage and the Dark Ranger, which I thought was here. He might have been sent home or killed. Oh, he's killed. Has fallen. Still going to Hawks. That's surprising. So a few ghouls, a fiend, a destroyer should easily take down this expansion. I switched over the Orb of Good Game to the Death Knight in order for the Death Knight to hit air units. Another smart play. So well played by the undead player. The human player is now in the undead base trying to take down some acolytes. With the focus on the Archmage, I don't think he's going to be there too long. If he has a Staff of Teleportation, he'd probably want to use it soon as possible, now that there are units here. Destroyer and stuff. In fact, actually, he's doing great just being a presence in this mine, or in this base. Blue's teleporting back, and Archmage is teleporting out. Loses a couple units. But I think overall it was a healthy engagement.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under
trying to get up more shades. Didn't he have a shade that really wasn't keeping tabs on nothing? There she blows. I knew it was somewhere. Alright, so here comes the Fiend's Destroyers. Could easily take down that Water Elemental. Get some more experience. 5-4 on the Undead Heroes. That's rather powerful and rather scary. That Archmage does not stand a chance to go out there like that. Even with that potion, not worth it. Oh, he had to use the potion because he knew. That Frost Nova coil. Knew it was coming. And he's probably going to go down. One more coil. Is it coming in? No coil. But he is going to chase him down. Oh! Ah! Is he going to get the potion off? He got a scroll of healing. Oh, Death Knight gets his kill. Level 6 on the Death Knight. Griffin's now out. Level 2 on the Dark Ranger. Should have silence. Not very late silence. It's not going to be worth it at this moment unless he gets down that Fiend. Just like I got your wife down. Perfect Frost Nova. It's going to take down a lot of militia and get a lot of experience out of this. 4.5 on the Lich, 6 on the Death Knight. Did he go level 3 aura? He went level 2 aura. So it makes you wonder, what is he saving for? That Lich is going to go down. That Lich does go down. Level 3 on AWB's Dark Ranger. So that was interesting. That was, I'm even saying it right here, a fun game. This is rather fun to watch. A few air units from Teal. See what Blue's game is. He had one Frostworm early. He's probably going to pick up his Lich right now. There's his Lich. Should perhaps take it off healing and put it on the mana, or at least get another destroyer or whatever. Statue being left behind. Not sure what that's about. Going after this expansion spot now, and Teal is gonna fix this one up. Blue is quite aware of what's going on. And he's coming in. He's going straight after that mechanical unit. I have a feeling a Frost Nova is going to be coming. Can't coil the Dark Ranger. And even if you could, you wouldn't want to. Dark Ranger gets staffed back. So the staff is now out in play. And with that staff, if he can actually do some good plays. That Griffin goes down. Lich is very powerful. I'm already suggesting human already lost. Good game. Two expansions, and he doesn't really have units, and they're not even pumping. What's he getting? He's getting Knights up, so Knights and Griffs. Very powerful combo against undead. I actually use the same type of combo. If it's not knights, it's breakers to hold me over until those griffins come out. And then I'll switch it over completely to knights and griffins. But I think breakers are actually even better because they can't nuke down the breakers. And destroyers can't attack the breakers. So I'm not sure. Is knights even better? Knights are better statistics, but nice staff. Teal's just looking bad right now. It's not looking good for Teal. Oh, it's really not looking good for Teal. Switched over a potion. Going after the Archmage now. See what he's picking up. He's not picking up anything. He's just gonna teleport around.
The town is under siege.
Killing the peasants, making quick work of those peasants. I know Teal has a terrible supply of lumber right now to gold ratio. More knights coming out, which is extremely good. More knights, more griffin, more knight. But his expansions are starting to become in rough shape. Should take down that fiend rather quickly and easily with the help of knights and heroes and griffins. This griffin might go down. And does. I'm going after the knights. But with the staff, it's just soaking up time. Not getting staffed home. Another guy saying good game. This is the second time we're saying good game. The destroyer might go down. Ah, the Archmage. Archmage needs to get out of there. He doesn't have a... He gets staffed home. That Dark Ranger needs to get out of there. Is there another coil or Frost Nova? No, there is not. Now there is. There is another Frost Nova. But he is silenced. But with the help of Unholy Aura... Oh, the Dark Ranger goes down at level 3 or 4? 4. That is rough. There is a coil left, so he shouldn't be focusing down the wrong units here. He's going to lose all his units if he keeps this up. More griffins. Archmage is back out in the field. Gets a coil nova. Backing off. And he's going to go down. So now with both of his heroes out, I have to say that has got to be the GG. Both his heroes down. Potion of healing goes to Lich. He gets it in time, but he doesn't use it in time. Oh, that was a terrible transition. Now the Death Knight's on the run. What is this game? No, the Griffins and Knights are going after the fucking Death Knight, who has one statue. A Death Knight and a statue going up against Griffins, and even brought over the Acolytes. I don't even know what that's for. Lost a Fiend. He's saying that lag. He's getting some lag issues. This Griffin needs to back off. So he still has 2 bases. The human has 2 bases, still getting in resources. I've got to believe those mains are already out of gold. And Teal actually still has a 3rd mine. So it's 3 mines to 0. I gotta say that's GG now, right? But look at all those ghouls. It looks like he's going to set up an expansion over here. Can't afford to lose any more units. And if he doesn't build an expansion, it would be GG. So he's going to unsummon some buildings, get enough gold for the mine. That's looking like what's happening, but he needs more gold than just 2 zigs. Should perhaps take down that boneyard, or at least this. This should be enough. If he took this down, should be enough. Now he has the gold right now. Put it up, because the faster you get that, the faster it's going to be. Yeah, Blue's just talking about all the lag that he's getting. Now, Blue does not have enough or something? What's going on here?
A player's forces are under attack.
He's thinking to himself, okay, I'm going to set up my expansion while I take down this expansion. And if he was able to take down this expansion, it'll even things up. Not even, but it'll help a lot. Blue's already being very nasty, already saying, you know, negative things like, oh, you suck, I shouldn't be losing to you. Yeah, this is a tough army at this point from Teal. He has 62 food. Scared to look at it, guys. 31. So he has double the food on the dot. 62 to 31. So you gotta imagine at this point, and it's over. What? So he's bringing all his acolytes down here, and he'll just creep this out, and then have a nice expansion over here. But is it a little too late? What's he spending his gold on? He spent his gold on his Lich instead of the expansion. You think a DK and Lich is going to take down all of this? You're not even going to... Oh, somehow he did get enough gold for his mine. Okay. Should pick up that the armor upgrade with the Linehorn. He didn't get that strength. That's another nice freaking item. Get the Tome of Strength, buddy. Nope, doesn't care. He needs to heal up his Lich, which is getting focused, and this is the part that really sucks. He needs to back out like this way. Make sure he does not come down here. Because if he comes down there, GG. In fact, if that Death Knight does not have a town portal, or that Lich doesn't have a town portal, yep, neither of them have town portals, so this might be GG. Bad game, spread over. Calls the GG. That was rather back and forth. About 3 times I would have said that the Undead would have won. That's crazy. That was a back and forth game, and look how even the score was. Almost double resources with Teal's human gold mines. Yeah, that was pretty intense. A lot were killed. Better heroes. I mean, killed 6 heroes. Like, really, that was a back and forth game. Spread over was in the driver's seat. Maybe the lag shifted it to the wrong direction. Maybe it was Teal's macro and micro that prevailed. Not entirely sure, but this content was pretty interesting, and I enjoyed seeing it. And me being a little biased toward human, I definitely want to say that human was playing very good. All the Frost Novas, the coils, the staffs, all that stuff came in handy, and I enjoyed casting it. Well, thanks for watching, and always stay tuned for more content, because I have tons to deliver. Peace, nerds.